In the book of Job, we're introduced to a man named Job, who was righteous and upright and turned away from evil. For this, God favored him. Job had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 oxen, and 500 female donkeys. He lived in the land of Uz at the time. He also had a ton of servants, 7 sons and 3 daughters. One day, the sons of God, or angels as you would call them, presented themselves before God, and Satan came among them. God asked Satan where he was coming from, and Satan answered that he was just on earth. God said, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is none like him in all the earth, blameless and upright man, who fears God and turns away from evil." Then Satan says that Job fears God for no reason, that the reason that Job is so faithful to him is because he keeps blessing him with everything. But if God took away everything from Job, then he would surely curse him to his face. So in response to this, God placed everything that Job has into Satan's hands. He only asks that Satan does not hurt Job. So Satan proceeds to take away everything that Job has. He kills his servants, his animals, and even his children. Job was very sorrowful, but he did not blame God or curse God or sin with his mouth. So after this, Satan returns to God and tells him what happened. And then Satan says that the only reason that Job didn't curse God is because he's still alive. But if he became sick or was threatened with death, then he would surely curse God to his face. So God tells Satan, "Go and strike his flesh, but do not take his life." Then Satan leaves and covers Job's body with a whole bunch of bumps and red dots. It was so horrible. And his wife questions why Job remains faithful to him. And he says that we cannot just accept the good from God and then not accept the bad. So then Job's friends hears what happens to him, and they come over to his house to basically comfort him. But instead of comforting him, they accuse Job of all these things that he must have done to deserve this, right? They list a bunch of sins that Job must have committed in order to try to get the truth out of him so that he'll repent. But Job claims that he never did anything, and he didn't. Job was completely innocent in every way, but his friends still didn't believe him. They still try to get Job to confess a sin that he never committed, and then Job gets tired of this and loses his temper. After his friends accuse Job of committing a sin that he did not commit, God comes down to earth and confronts all of them. Like for part 2.